bloody slack, look at them. They're all going to be tight, every one of them.
Come on, quickly! Come on!
The only permanent crew on this ship are the master, first officer, bosun, engineer and cook. All the rest are volunteers and trainees. The ship is the 300-ton sailing vessel, the Sir Winston Churchill, one of two owned by the Sail Training Association schooners. The STA is not trying to turn these trainees into professional seamen, but is offering an experience that would have been impossible to get elsewhere. It's a challenge for anyone with a spirit of adventure to crew a schooner. Most of the year it's done by young people between the ages of 16 and 25. But this trip is for adults. It's a tough and demanding time when accountants and housewives, clerks and carpenters try out the life that until now they'd only read about.
Are you ready?
Come on, George, let's have you up from there. Come on, let's have you down. You got it all.
A three-watch system is used on board, each watch consisting of a watch officer, a watch leader and 13 trainees. Jeff Groom is leader of main watch. In normal life, he's a fireman, stationed at Crawley in West Sussex.
Great on the schooners, you know, it really is, it's smashing time. And it's a little like the fire service used to be when I first joined over 20 years ago. Albeit that it's great now, you know, I enjoyed my time 20 years ago and perhaps I'm trying to relive my youth, you know. And that's really why I go aboard. I meet some super people and I have a thoroughly good time.
Whenever you go aloft, that's up there, up the mainmast, you will wear your safety harness and light. But what you want to do is slightly lean backwards. Get your hands, shoulder height, straight up in front of you like that. And as your left foot goes up, move your left arm up, like that. Don't look down, they're there. It's as simple as that. Okay? And when you come back, it's exactly the same. Now when you get up the top there, lads, as you notice, the ratlings come closer together. Don't worry if you get your feet stuck, just pull, they'll come free.
It's the mildest February since 1961, which I only hope we get a bit of wind though, so people can enjoy the sailing, because that's what they come for.
That's very true.
There's always a bit of a moan if we have to use the motor too much, you know. And,
Right.
I think if we get at least 2 days good sailing, then it's definitely worthwhile.
The navigator for this trip is John Hornsby. He was a merchant navy officer for 10 years before coming ashore to work in the oil business. And it was a chance meeting in a Limehouse pub that set him thinking about the sea once more.
I was introduced through mutual friends there to a Captain Collis, who was captain of the Churchill at that time. And he was a person who was very interested and very dedicated to the whole process of sail training. And he rather sparked off what was a latent interest in sail. And we developed from there. We met, we had lunch, I came down to the ship. And I was gradually swept up into the system. He was a total enthusiast concerning the impact of sailing, the degree of danger, the degree of intermixing of people from all stratas of life. And I got hooked in terms of what was an ideal. Going away as navigator, I enjoy the direct responsibility, where one is either right or wrong, it is black or white. I enjoy the involvement with other people. One meets people from all walks of life. I enjoy the whole process of living again in a man's world, as apart from the world I live in at the moment.
Rattle. Well, we've also got the right watch leader for you, have we? Yes. Richard. Have you come before? Yes. You haven't? This is your first time with schooners. Do you sail at all? Dinghy sailing. Dinghy sailing. And what brings you here? Brings me here? I know quite a few people who have been before, and yes. What they told me is not a wetty my appetite. Good. Well, I hope it lives up to expectations. Well, I should think it would do. Have you got a passport? Please. Okay, thank you very much. And would you like to leave any money with the purser?
Colin Rogers runs his own photographic business in Weymouth and is the purser. He's chairman of the South Dorset branch committee of the STA, who raise money for the association and help young people who want to cruise on the schooners.
If you do get in more trouble with that thermostat, just let me know, because then I'll need to come down and either change it or we'll need to adjust it. But it's fine. I find it's a complete and utter change from my normal routine. For the duration of the cruise, be it a fortnight, 3 weeks or longer, I'm under someone else's discipline, and for someone who's been their own boss for 25 years, that's a great change. And also, of course, for that period of time, if problems become too much, you can pass them on up to the chief officer or to the captain, which is something one cannot normally do in one's own business. So both things, refreshing, different, relaxing, a different type of work. It can be demanding, but it's different.
Keep coming up. Fine, don't look down, lean away from the shroud. That's it.
Maggie Turner, like Colin Rogers, comes from Weymouth. Normally, she works behind a desk at the local branch of the Department of Health and Social Security.
I've lived in Weymouth all my life, and I've greatly admired the sail training schooners when they come into the bay and into the harbour. And I often sit in the office and look out of the window at the boats and wish I was out there with them.
Don't come outside the nest, come out in through here. This is where I want you. Look, through here, come in through. That's it, that's lovely.
It's always very difficult, I think, to say what the aim of this cruise is with adults, but the principal aim, well, is to sail, and this we intend to do as much as we can. One is very limited with only about 4 or 5 sailing days, but last cruise we managed over 500 miles, and I hope we can do it again. Of course, it depends on a lot of things like the weather and everyone's ability as much as anything. Every cruise learns something, even the permanent crew, and so will you all, and I hope, whether you're sailors or not, that what you learn will be useful, whether it's to do with people or it's to do with the sea, and you find this valuable. And finally, of course, we're here to enjoy ourselves, so let us do that, even if at times some of you might not actually feel like enjoying yourself. Right, I'll now hand you over to Richard Bookhart for such romantic things as what to and not put down the heads and other domestic matters.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome on board. I've got to go through a few points here, which involves the routine of the ship. So, this afternoon and the rest of this evening, we're going to go through various sail drills, and also tomorrow morning before we sail.
Come on, fetch the lie yard round.
Right, stand by.
Prepare to brace the yard to starboard. Come on now, keep it coming. We've got a blue mark on top of the pins. Come on now, move it. Come on, here's the blue mark. Come on, bring them down together. Put it down. Get the bloody thing off. Now then, you come here, sunshine. Get it off.
Heave! Heave! All on it! 2 6! Heave! Come on! All on it! 2 6! Heave! Heave! All on it! 2 6! Right, now take the bottom 2, pull them vertically downwards. Right, pass them behind your back. That's it. In front again and tie them in a bow.
Does anybody not know the difference between port and starboard? Well, to save you the embarrassment of having to own up to that, if you can't remember, port wine is red and port is left. And if you're standing behind the wheel and somebody says port and you can't remember, port is red and on the left you've got a red ball and that tells you that that is port, okay? Now, every rotation of this wheel is 5 degrees. Now, you have, roughly speaking, 35 degrees each way from over to over. Right, so those are the basic orders. Starboard or port, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, or harder starboard. If you're given the order harder starboard or harder port, you just wind the wheel until it comes up against the stops.
Everybody's got a whistle in a little pocket there. If you turn round, we've got a loop there. There we are, we can pull you out of the water now.
Ease to 5.
Ease to 5. 5 starboard wheel also.
Is she right? Yes, all right. Midships.
Midship. Wheel for midship.
Ship's head.
Ship's head, 193.
Okay, all right. You can read that, all right? Yeah. Even in this berth, it varies a bit, so don't say 193 every time, okay? All right.
Come on then, Lynn, get a blinking move on with it. Gosh, the truth, if you want lunch in about 5 seconds' time. Right, lovely. What a lovely fella. Can you put them in a tray, please? Small tray. Right. Let us pray. To pray first of all for this ship as a whole throughout this season. O Heavenly Father, we beseech thee to pour thy blessing upon this ship. Drive far from it all evil, protect us from all harm, and help us to be thy servants through Jesus Christ our Lord.
She's a diddly ship on the ocean, she sits, a picture by night and by day. And when she's in motion, she's the pride of the ocean. You can't see her stern sheets for cleaned out. Now sigh, sigh, the Churchill ship sigh. The Jimmy looks on her with pride. But he never blew fit if he saw all the guns on the side of the Churchill ship side.
After a hard day learning about the ship, the trainees get a last chance to relax, hopefully to wake the next morning with clear heads when they leave West India Dock, bound for Cherbourg.
Come on!
Right. So we've a couple of big heaves now. We're nearly there.
Wait, one on the
And on the throat. 2, 6, 2, 6, hey! That's it.
Come on, keep it going, keep it going!
08, sir.
08, sir.
While still on the Thames, Captain Lawson decides to give the trainees early experience of sailing, but he must still use the motors until the ship clears the busy waters of the river.
Hey! 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 Hey!
Come on, I'm bloody pulling you lot over! 2, 6!
Hey!
Yes, success! Go on! Hold on it now. Well done. Come on, you get a bit more of that. Come on, get a bit more.
Starboard 5.
5 degrees starboard, fill on, sir.
Well, switch it up now. Come on, we've got a long way to go. Hey, buddy. Hold on. Push it now. Come on, hang on, yeah? Right, hang it up.
Listen to me. Stop this rudder again. Let's run!
All right, let it go! Let it go! All the way! Come on,
All 39 trainees have signed on ship's articles as crew, and most have had absolutely no experience of sailing.
Hey! 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 Hey!
One lesson they soon learn is that crewing is not just hoisting and lowering sails and being able to sit back and relax. Crewing also means keeping the ship clean and tidy.
For interest on these charts, where you see that circle with the two triangles, that means that we have to report either to Woolwich Radio or to Gravesend Radio as we're coming out.
The first day at sea has been a gentle introduction to schooner life, with mild winds and calm seas, and a forecast that it would be much the same next day. Work starts early on board, and at first light, the morning watch are busy scrubbing the decks. After breakfast, it's happy hour when all the trainees get on with the cleaning chores, and the volunteer officers find out for themselves what it's like to crew the ship.
Hoist on the head! Hoist on the head, go on, get it up!
Well, really, working on the principle that we ought to know how to put it up, so when we tell someone how to do it, we can say, not that way, you know. You score then. It's all sort of, seamanship is like lifemanship. You've got to know and get there first before the bosun does.
You won't get that until you get the sail full of wind and to see exactly where it should go.
At 0600, low 300 miles south of Iceland, 965, moving eastward. Expected East Hebrides by 0600 Friday. All sea areas expected to lie within circulation of the low by that time. And the area forecast for the next 24 hours. Humber, 10. Southerly, veering southwesterly, 6 to gale 8. Dover, white, Portland. Southwesterly, 5 to 7, veering westerly and increasing 7 to severe gale 9. Rain, then showers. Moderate becoming good. Plymouth, Biscay. Westerly 7 to severe gale 9, perhaps storm 10 later.
Well, fancy this weather?
Yes.
Is that right?
Up here it is.
Not down below?
Not so good down below, no.
Is it not? Why not?
I don't know. No fresh air, I suppose.
You're feeling all right up here and you're thoroughly enjoying it?
Yeah, provided you've got something to do, it's all right. If you're standing around doing nothing much, then you start thinking. And when you start thinking, it's dangerous.
I think you're just as good.
Right, will you note the Haviland passing on the port side?
The right colour, that's what I liked.
I made it this morning.
Silver's got a larger piece of fat on his nose.
For the trainees, unused to heaving decks, the previous calms are quickly erased from memory. But with the winds freshening for the run into Cherbourg, everyone has to stand to for their watches.
Here's to 5.
Here's to 5, sir. 5, starboard wheel on, sir. Don't push it up on the bloody boom. Get all of it there. Look, go down inside them. Get all of it. That's it. Don't go too far.
La mer qu'on voit danser le long du golfe clair. La mer et des reflets changeants.
At Cherbourg, there's a chance to enjoy a night ashore and celebrate the fact that at least they managed to reach port. There's an added bonus. There's no galley to clean out afterwards.
You don't shout out, not you do. Well, I don't shout all day long. It's only when I come on and shout. Yeah, right. And invert it, turn it over. Look, just right behind that wall, get the ladder back. Let's get going. We haven't got a lot of time left. He's going to come one screaming around here in a minute. Those who are not working in the harbour, that's yours. That's yours, is it? Well, that's disgraceful. You never saw that, then. Good. Get it nice and even, don't start rolling yet. Nice and even, look. Don't get those strings points into it.
Could you ask the watch officer to come on deck? Tom Debenham.
Tom Debenham's the oldest of the volunteer watch officers, and today he's 70.
Tom, it's busy time. On main watch. Goodness. There's a little something from the watch we've rustled up and a birthday card.
Very nice, very nice. Well, all I can say, Jeff, is this. Three things. When you get to retiring age, if you're fit enough to do the things you've always wanted to do, you're damn lucky. When you get to the age I am now, and you're fit enough to sail on these ships, you're even luckier. And if you get to my age and you are sailing on these ships, oh, God blimey, you're luckier still. Thank you very, very much.
Anyway, three cheers for Tom Debenham. Hip hip! Hey! Hip hip! Hey!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tom. Happy birthday to you.
Probably, John. Yeah, if you weren't expecting it, we'll get the bomb squad to check it.
Are you wishing? It's a chunk off the fastener in there, but...
Haven't you finished doing that yet, boy?
While everyone is enjoying the party, the news comes in that there's bad weather ahead for the run to their final destination, Southampton.
It's going to go up to 9 or 10. So if you haven't had some cake, make sure you have a seasick tablet.
Right, let's go on wall.
Come on, get it down. Come on, get it down. You're locked when you start. Pull it over.
We sat out in sunshine and motored all day. We motored all night to the Dover Straits. When the rain was took over and back up the Straits. In the sunshine and in the rain. We went on the road with might and main to raise up the sails to gather all the wind. The time that the orders have been rescinded.
I'd do it again, yes. Definitely.
I shall need a holiday after this. I don't know if I work.
You've seen some of the mistakes that have been made. You've seen the enjoyment too. You can hear the aftermath of the enjoyment. And to me, this has been super.
Oh, it's been good. It really has. It's been excellent.
I should be recounting my experiences and adding sort of 10 knots of wind onto everything I say.